Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, students? Today in our math session, we'll do the recall of all the topics which you have learned in your previous session. Dear students, to sort these topics, we put them in different areas. As you can see in front of you, we have titled those areas starting from number 1. We have numbers. Number 2, data handling. Number 3, addition. Number 4, subtraction. Number 5, fraction, and number 6, multiplication. There are 6 areas in which we have sorted the different topics of maths which you have learned in your previous sessions. All the topics in these areas are related to them. For your further elaboration, let us do the recall of our first area, that is numbers. Students, as you can see in front of you, in numbers, we have different topics, and in each topic you have practiced numbers with different strategies. Dear students, let us go through the learning outcomes of numbers. Our first learning outcome, you have learned how to write 1 to 100 in the correct sequence. The second learning outcome, you have learned the backward counting from 20 to 0 in the correct sequence. You have estimated the objects and you identify more and less along with the larger and smaller numbers. You have also learned and identified the number after of the given numbers. You have counted and learned how to write in 2s and 10s in the correct sequence. Dear students, you have also learned the number names from 1 to 10, along with the number bonds from 11 to 20. Students, for your recall with the area numbers, we'll do some interactive activities with all these topics. Would you like to do these activities with me? Let's go. The first activity is with the counting. As you can see in front of you, students, we have number chart from 1 to 100. But oh no, what happened to this number chart? Can you see there are some mud spots on this chart? Dear students, all you have to do is to count in the correct sequence, and we'll remove these mud dots and we can see our numbers. All you have to do is to count in the correct sequence. Dear students, I hope you all know how to count from 1 to 100, and let's do the quick recall and clear these mud spots. Starting from 1, what comes after 1? Well then, if you all say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well then, students, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now again there is the mud spot. What comes after 18 to clear this mud spot? Well then, if you all say 19, you all remember. Good job, students. After 19 we have 20, 21, 22, 23, then good, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now students, what comes after 30? Be careful, we want to remove this mud spot. Well done, if you all say 31. After 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Good job, students. Now, after 40, 41, 42, then, good, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We have covered the half of the counting. Now let's go after 50. We have 51, 52, 53, 54. Then what comes after 54? Good, if you all say 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Moving on, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. What comes after 67? Good job. After 67 we have 68, 69, 70. Dear students, we have left only 3 mud spots. Quickly move on from 70 to 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, then 76. There you go, as you can see in front of you. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. After 86, well done, if you all see 87, 88, 89, 90. Now this is the last number line, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. I hope you all know the last number. Well done, students, if you all say 100. I'm glad you all remember how to count from 1 to 100 in the correct sequence. And by this you remove all the mud spots and make your chart clear. Well done, students. Now moving on to our next activity. The next activity is backward counting. Dear students, you will count from 20 to 0 in the backward sequence. But before we'll count backward, dear students, we'll count forward from 0 to 20 just for the recall of numbers. Would you like to count with me? But be careful, this time we'll count a little faster. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job, students. Now we'll count backward from 20 to 0. Let's go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well done, students. You have nicely recalled your backward counting from 20 to 0. Now moving on to our next activity. Our next activity is more and less along with the larger and smaller numbers. Students, in this activity, you will count the number of objects and then you will see which objects they are more in number and which is less in number. As you can see in front of you, we have two different pictures. In one box we have snails, in the next box we have grasshoppers. Students, for your ease, we have written the number below each picture. As you can see, we have 15 snails and 6 grasshoppers. And you can see by their quantity in each box which object is more and which is less. Dear students, along with this more and less, we can also identify which number is larger as compared to the other number. So can you guess which number is larger, 15 or 6? Well done if you all say 15. Now moving on to our next activity, students, as you can see in front of you, there are two pictorial representations. In one picture we have leaves and in the next we have flowers. Dear students, by these quantity you can tell which object is more and which object is less. And for your ease we have written the number below, that is 12 and 9. And with these two numbers you can also tell which number is larger and which number is smaller. Dear students, this time I will ask you the opposite question. Can you tell me which number is smaller, 12 or 9? Bravo if you all say 9. Students, I hope you have recalled your lesson more and less by looking at the pictures and the quantities along with the number that is larger and smaller. In our next activity, we will do the quick recall of number after. Dear students, as I told you before, these activities are just a recall of your previous sessions. Now, as you can see in front of you, we have number 19. Now, can you tell me which number will come after 19? You have different options. Bravo if you all say 20. Now, let's do one more number. This time we have number 27. The students, can you tell me which number will come after 27? As you can see, different options are there in front of you. Bravo if you all say 28. Well done, students. I hope this activity helped you to recall your number after. Now moving on to our next activity. Let's see which number we have this time. This time we have 39. So can you tell me which number will come after 39? There are so many numbers over here. Good if you all say 40. Good job, students. Our next activity is counting twos. In this activity, dear students will count the number in twos by skipping one number. For this, we have the game Pop the Numbers. As you can see in front of you, there are lots of balloons with different numbers. But dear students, all you have to do is pop the number by counting in twos. So, Shall we start? Now can you help me from which number we'll start? From number 1? No. That's good. We'll start from number 2. So we'll pop the balloon number 2. What comes after 2? Because we are counting in 2s, you have to skip one number. After 2, we have number 4. Good job. 2, 4, 6. Very good. Then 7. No, we'll skip the number 8. Then we have 10, 12. After 12, 13. Just remember, we always skip one number in counting 2s. After 12, we have 14. Then after 14, 16, 18, and our last number in counting 2s is 20. Good job, students. I hope you have enjoyed your activity by popping the balloons and recalling your counting 2s. Thank you. This activity is counting in tens. In this activity, dear students, as you can see in front of you, we have tins of paint. Would you like to count how many tins we have? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 tins of paints in front of us. Dear students, in this activity, Mr. Jonathan is buying tins of paints to sell in his shop. Now, how many tins he has bought, we will count and help Mr. Jonathan to keep the record. All you have to do is to count in tens and complete the record. Let's go. Before we start counting, first let us assemble the tins of paints in tens. So we have 1 10 set here. So keep on doing. We'll keep assembling the paints in different groups. So we'll count how many tens we have. So this is 1 10. We'll say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Well done, students. It means Mr. Jonathan has 100 tins of paints. Good job, students. Our next activity is number bonds to 20. Dear students, I hope you all remember how we made the number bonds from 11 to 20. To do this activity, we'll use these picture representation to make the bonds from 11 to 20. As you can see in front of you, we have 10, and with 10 we have missing number to make the bond of 20. Dear students, do you remember which number will pair with 10 to make the bond of 20? Well then, if you all say 10. 10 and 10 makes the bond of 20, as you can see in front of you. Now moving on to our next number, with 10, again we have the missing number to make the bond of 11. Can you guess this missing number? Good job if you all say 1, as 10 and 1 makes the bond of 11. Now further moving on, this time we have number 12. Now dear students, which number will pair with 10 to make the bond of 12? Do you have any guess? Remember students, this is just a recall activity as you have already learned the number bond from 11 to 20. Well then, if you all say 2, 10 and 2 makes the bond of 12, as you can see in front of you. Our next number is 13. And again we have a missing number. Now which number will come here to make the bond with 10 to make 13? Good job if you all say 3. As you can see, 10 and 3 makes the bond of 30. Now moving on to our next number, 6 plus missing number to make the bond of 16. Now students, can you guess which number will pair with 6 to make the bond of 16? Well then, if you all say 10, 6 and 10 make the bond of 16. Our next bond is for number 15. Now 5 plus missing number to make the bond of 15. Which number will pair with 5 to make 15? Well then, if you all say 10 and 5 makes the bond of 15. There you go, as you can see it in front of you. Dear students, let me remind you again, this is just a recall of your number bonds as we have already learned these numbers in our previous session. The next number in front of you is 14. Now which number will pair with 4 to make the bond of 14? Good job if you all say 10. With 10, we will make the pair with 4 to make bond of 14. The next bond is 17. Now with 10, which number will pair to make 17? Let's see. If you all say 7. With 10, 7 makes the bond of 17. Now keep moving on. The next number is 18. Again, students, can you guess with 10 which number will make the bond of 18? Yes, if you all say 8. With 10, 8 will make the bond of 18. Now, for the moving on, with 10, which number will make the bond of 19? Good, if you all say 9. As you can see in front of you, with 10, 9 will make the bond of 19. Well done, students. I hope you have recalled your number bonds from 11 to 20. Dear students, the last activity for the area numbers is inverse, that is number names. Let's do this activity. In this activity, we'll recall the number names from 1 to 10. Let's start with number name 1. Dear students, as you can see in front of you, we have number 1 with its spelling O-N-E-1. After 1, we have 2, T-W-O-2. 3, T-H-R-E-E-3. 4, F-O-U-R-4. After 4, we have 5, F-I-V-E-5. Then 6, S-I-X, 6. 7, S-E-V-E-N, 7. Then 8, E-I-G-H-T, 8. 9, N-I-N-E, 9. And our last number, 10, T-E-N, 10. Well done, students. I hope you have enjoyed your activities for the area numbers. Next area is data handling. Dear students, as you can see in this area, we dealt with different topics. Starting with number 1, you have practiced how to create simple pattern by using different objects. You have name and describe common 2D shapes, that is circle, triangle, square, rectangle, and hexagon with their number of sides. You have learned how to tell the time to the hour and half past on the analog and digital clock. With this, we have learned different measurements, how to compare and record the weight, that is heavy and light, along with the length of the given objects, that is long and short, tall and short, and measure and record the capacity of the given containers, which holds more or less liquid. Dear students, you have been encouraged to do the sorting on the basis of similarities, that is shape and size, and you have learned how to read a graph and compare the result. Therefore, students, under this area you have learned how to gather, record, and present the information in a meaningful way. Let's do some activities with the data handling. And our first activity is length. Dear students, by this topic we measure the length of the given objects, for which we use a different language. As I told you, we measure short, tall, long. Then we compare them, which object is longer, shorter, or taller, or are they equal in length? Let's do furthermore activity, in which, as you can see, I have two objects in front of me, stapler and pencil case. Now I will measure the length of these two objects with the paper clips, as you can see in front of you in the picture. Now for staplers, would you like to count me how many paper clips are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore I will write the number 4 in this blank. For pencil case, let's count how many paper clips we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 paper clips. Very good, students. Now let us compare the length of both the objects. Now can you tell me, the stapler is longer or shorter than the pencil case? Well done. If you all say shorter, because if you look at the paper clips number, stapler has 4 paper clips as compared to the pencil case. In our next activity, dear students, we will measure the length of water bottle and the pencil tin. And to measure their length, dear students, this time we'll use the blocks. Would you like to count with me how many blocks are there for water bottle? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 blocks for water bottle. There you go. So let us count blocks for the pencil tin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done, students. Then we have 10 blocks for the pencil tin. Now dear students, can you tell me the water bottle is taller or shorter than the pencil tin by looking at the number of blocks? Well done if you all say taller. Good job, students. I hope you have enjoyed your length activity, as this is the recall of your previous lesson. Now moving on to our next activity, we have weight. In weight, dear students, we measure the objects, which one is heavy and which one is light. Then we compare out of two objects which one is lighter and which one is heavier. Or both the objects, they are same in weight. Let us do further activities for the recall of this topic. As you can see in front of you, there are two objects. Again, we have stapler and pencil case. Now we put both the objects on which machine? Dear students, did you recognize this machine? Well then, if you all say it is balance, as we use the balance to measure the weight of the given objects. Now, we put the stapler in one side, and on other side, dear students, we have some marble balls to check the stapler is equal to how many marble balls. Now, would you like to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. The stapler is equal to 4 marble balls. So let's go for the pencil case. Let's see how many marble balls they are equal to pencil case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 marble balls, they are equal to pencil case. Now, dear students, can you tell me now the stapler is heavier or lighter than the pencil case while looking at the number of marble balls? Well then, if you all say lighter, because stapler has less marble balls as compared to the pencil case. Good job, students. Now moving on to our next activity, this time we use shoe and a book. Now again we'll use the same machine. What was its name? Good job, balance, to compare their weight. For this, first we'll put the marble balls on the other side to see how many marble balls and shoe are equal in weight. Would you like to count with me? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 marble balls which are equal to shoes. Now, let's see how many marble balls they are equal in weight with the book. Would you like to count with me? They are more in number. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 marbles for the book. Now, dear students, while looking at this number of the marbles, can you tell me the book is heavier or lighter than the shoe? Good job if you all say heavier. I hope you have enjoyed your activity and you have done the recall of your topic, weight. Our next activity in data handling is capacity. Dear students, I hope you all remember in capacity, we compare and record the capacity of the container, that is, which holds more and which holds less. For the recall, let us do an activity. In this activity, as you can see in front of you, there are two containers, the mug and the tablespoon. Now, can you tell me which holds more liquid? Good job if you all say the mug, as it is bigger in size as compared to the tablespoon. Now moving on to the next activity, the kid's pool and the plant pot. Now dear students, while looking at the picture, can you tell me which holds less liquid? The kid's pool or the plant pot? Well then, if you all say the plant pot. As we know, the kid's pool we use for the swimming and it needs lots of water as compared to the plant pot. Well then, students, I hope you have enjoyed and recall the capacity with these two activities. In this activity, we have the Recall of topic time. Dear students, I hope you all remember how we have learned to tell the time o'clock and half past on both the analog and digital clock. For further recall, let us do the activities. As you can see in front of you, we have the analog clock. Dear students, can you tell the time on this clock? You have three options. Well done if you all say o'clock. Moving on to our next activity, we have digital clock. Now, what time is it? Can you tell? Again, you have three options. Good job if you all say 9 o'clock. Now, in next activity, dear students, you will compare the time on both the digital clock and the analog clock. If you look at the time, can you tell me what time is it on the analog clock and match with the correct digital clock? Well done if you all say it's 6:30. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed your activity of time and you have done the recall of time. In our next topic, we have 2D shapes. Dear students, I hope you all remember the name of these 2D shapes as you have learned in your previous lesson. For your further recall, let us go through these shapes again. As you can see in front of you, we have the first shape. Can you tell me which shape is it? Well done if you also circle. Now dear students, can you tell me how many sides the circle has? Good if you all say circle has no sides, because it is round from all the sides. Now our next shape, can you tell me the name? Good if you all say it's square. So can you tell me how many sides a square has? Good job if you all say 4. Would you like to count with me? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for your recall, dear students, let me tell you again, all the sides, 4 sides of square, they are same in length. Our next shape, we have rectangle. Now, I told you the name. Can you tell me how many sides a rectangle has? Good, if you all say 4. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And unlike square, dear students, rectangle, 2 sides they are long and 2 sides they are short. Now our next shape we have, can you tell me the name? Good, triangle. How many sides a triangle has? Well done, 3. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3. Moving on to our last shape, we have hexagon. Now, can you tell me how many sides a hexagon has? Well done if you all say 6. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well then, students, I hope you have done the recall of 2D shapes. And for further elaboration, let me show you the everyday objects which look like these 2D shapes. Would you like to see? Let's go. Starting with our first shape, we have circle. Dear students, as you can see in front of you, we have first to picture disc and clock. Both are circle in shape as they are round. Moving on to our next shape, we have rectangle. The ruler and the envelope in front of you, they are rectangle in shape as they have 2 longer sides and 2 shorter. Further moving on, we have square. As you can see, both chocolate and window, they are square in shape because all the sides, they are same in length. Our next shape, we have hexagon. For hexagon, we have 2 shapes. Dear student, this sign is well familiar to us because whenever we cross the road or you go to the school, the sign is there to make you stop or make the car stop. And it is hexagon in shape. And this nut bolt, as you can see, is also hexagon in shape. It has 6 sides. Our last shape, we have triangle. We are well familiar with this coat hanger. As you can see, I have drawn the line outside this hanger. It is triangle in shape, same as this triangle bell. I hope you have enjoyed your activity and you get familiar that in everyday real life we have so many objects which are same as these 2D shapes. Thank you. The next topic for recall in data handling is sorting. Dear students, I hope you all are well familiar with this topic as we put the same objects in one group. For further recall, let us do the activity with healthy and unhealthy food. As you can see in front of you, there are two tables. In one table, you will put the healthy food. In the next table, you put the unhealthy food. All you will do, look at the food given below and you will sort it on the basis of the similarities, that is healthy in the healthy box and unhealthy in the unhealthy box. Let's start our sorting. If you can see in front of you, we put all the healthy food in the healthy box, that's apple, banana, drinking water, yogurt tub, carrot and milk. And on the other side, we put the unhealthy food, that is cupcake, chocolate and cola in the unhealthy box. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed your sorting activity and you have done the recall of sorting. Let us do the recall of our last topic in data handling, that is pattern. For this, we'll do the activity with the curly caterpillar. As you can see in front of you, dear students, the caterpillar is follow the pattern of two colors, that is yellow and blue. Now, can you help this curly caterpillar to finish the pattern? As you can see, it has yellow, then blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Now, which color will come in the end? There are three colors, yellow, blue, and red. Can you help the caterpillar? Well then, if you all say blue, because the caterpillar has done the pattern with the two colors. Good job, students. Now moving on to our next activity. This time the curly caterpillar, it has two different colors, orange and red. Now students, again can you help Mr. Caterpillar to follow the pattern? Now which color will come after orange? Is it yellow? That's wrong. No. Can you help him again? Well done if you all say red. In the next activity, caterpillar has done a little difficult pattern. This time, caterpillar chooses three colors, green, blue, yellow. Now, again, it follows the three color pattern, green, blue, yellow, green, blue. Now, which color will come over here? Yellow, blue, or red? Just remember, it's the little tricky one. Well done if you all say yellow. Students, I hope you have enjoyed your activity with the pattern and you have done the nice recall how to arrange the colors in the specific pattern. You can do this with the different objects also. Thank you. Area is addition. Dear students, under this area, you have identified the plus and equal signs and use these signs to practice and solve simple addition sums by using different strategies. That is by using objects or pictorial representation, by using number lines, and relating number bonds to addition. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you students? Today in our math session, we'll do the recall of area addition. Dear students, if you all remember, we have done the addition to number 20. And by doing this addition, we have used three different strategies. As you can see in front of you, you all identify the plus and equal signs and solve additions by using counters, number lines, and relating number bonds. So students, I hope you all are well familiar with this term, that it is plus sign. In plus, we add all together and then we count how many altogether we have. Dear students, to do the recall of addition, I have an interesting activity with you. In this activity, there is a birthday party. As you can see, in this birthday party, some children have already arrived, but more are coming. Students, all we have to do is count all together how many children are there on this birthday party. Would you like to do with me? Let's go. As you can see in front of you, there are 6 children at the birthday party. Now, some more are coming. Let's see how many children are there. Would you like to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. More children have arrived. So students, all we have to do to count the children all together to see how many children are there at the party. Now you can use the number line to do the addition, or you can count onwards from the given number to get your answer. And your answer is 10. Well done, students. Let's do another activity to do the recall. As you can see in front of you, again we have 7 children at the party and some more have arrived. The students, as you can see, there are more children in front of you. Would you like to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The students, again you can use the number line to solve your addition sum, or you can count onwards after number 7 to get your answer. And your answer is 14. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed your activity and you have done the recall of your addition. Thank you. Let us do the addition sum by relating number bonds. Here's the sum in front of you. 8 plus 5 equals answer board. Dear students, this is just a recall of your addition by using number bonds as you have done in your previous lesson. To do this sum, dear students, you already know we'll change the first number into tens. And to do so, we'll make the number bond of number 5, and from there we'll take one pair and we'll add with 8 to make 10. Would you like to do with me? Let's go. We split the number 5 into 2 pairs, making the bond. Now, can you tell me which number will pair with 8 to make 10? Well done, if you all say number 2. There you go. 8 plus 2 make the 10. Which number will pair with 2 to make the bond of 5? Do you have any guess? For this, students, you can simply subtract 2 from 5 to get your answer. Well done, if you all say number 3. The students will add 10 and 3 together to get your answer. You can use the counters or you can do it with your fingers. For you, I will take this table and I'll put 10 red counters for number 10 and 3 yellow counters for number 3. And we'll count out together to get our answer. Would you like to count with me? As these are 10 red counters, so we'll count after 10, 11, 12, 13. So our answer is 13. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed these activities by doing addition with 3 different ways. Thank you. Subtraction. Under this area, dear students, you have identified the minus and equal signs and you have practiced these signs to solve simple subtraction sums by using these 2 strategies, that is objects or pictorial representations and number lines. Let us do the recall activity for subtraction. As you can see in front of you, there are bears and we will use these bears to do the subtraction activity. But before that, students, let's do the recall of subtraction terms. As you can see in front of you, by subtraction we mean minus, and after minus we'll take away and then we'll count how many are left. Dear students, in today's activity we'll use and we'll play the game with Mr. Bear, and for this we'll take 15 bears in the game, out of which 3 bears will leave the game. Then we'll see how many bears will be there. Now, as you can see in the tree, there are 15 bears. Out of these 15, 1, 2, 3 left the game. Now let's see how many bears are remaining. For this, we'll use the number line and we'll jump backward to see how many bears are remaining in the game. Now, can you tell me, students, from which number we'll start jumping? Well done, if you all say 15, because there are 15 bears in the tray. And how many jumps we will take? Well done, students, if you all say 3, because as remember, 3 bears have left the game. So we'll take 3 jumps backward, and on the last jump we'll look below the number and that will be your answer. Now let's start backward jumping. And there you go. We took 1, 2, 3 jumps backward and we stopped on number 12. And this is your answer. From 15, we take away 3 bears and answer is 12. Good job, students. Now let's move on to our next activity. This time we have 13 bears in the tray. Now, out of this 13, 5 bears left the game. Let's see how many are left. As you can see, 13 bears are there. Now, how many bears left the game? Well done, if you all say 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let's see how many bears are there. For this, again, students will use the number line and will jump backward. Now can you tell me from which number will start? Well then, if you all say number 13, and put the circle around number 13. Now, how many jumps will take backward? Good job if you all say 5, because 5 pairs have left the game. Now, after 5 jumps, we'll look below the number that will be your answer. Let's check. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backward jumps. And if you look below the 5th jump, number 8 is your answer. So from 13 bears, the 5 we take away and 8 is your answer. Well done, students. I hope you have enjoyed your activity of subtraction in which you have used the bears for the pictorial representation, and also you have used the number lines to jump backward to solve the subtraction sums. We have fraction. Under this area, dear students, you have understood the fraction half, quarter and 1/3. You have learned how to cut an object in equal 2 pieces, that is half, quarter, 4 pieces, and 1/3, that is 3 pieces. And you have learned how to color 1/2, 1/4 and 1/3. Our last area, we have multiplication. In multiplication, we have learned how to make set of 2's and count them to solve multiplication sums. For this, you have used the objects and pictorial representation. Thank you. For fraction, we'll do the activity with the pizza. Dear students, I hope you all remember we have done the activity with fraction half, quarter and 1/3 by cutting different objects. Now let us do the activity with the pizza. We took the whole pizza. Why we call it whole? Because we didn't cut this pizza into any pieces. Now to cut this pizza into fraction half, dear students, can you tell me how many pieces we will cut? Well then, if you all say 2 pieces, and both the pieces should be equal in size. Moving on to fraction quarter, you remember how many pieces we'll cut for the quarter? Good, if you all say 4, because these 4 equal pieces, they make 4 quarters. Now for our last fraction, 1/3, we'll cut the pizza into 3 equal pieces, as you can see in front of you. Students, I hope you have enjoyed your fraction activity and you have done the recall of fraction half, quarter and 1/3. For multiplication area, dear students, we will do the recall by making set of 2's. For this, let us do the recall of multiplication terms, as this is the x side, which is the side of multiplication. In multiplication, we make groups of objects. In each group, we put same number of objects. Then we count them all together and we will see how many objects we have all together. As you can see, we have different number of circles in front of us. Dear students, let us count how many circles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And to do the multiplication with these circles, these pictorial representation, we'll sort these circles and put them in set of 2's. There you go. As you can see, we put the circles in set of 2's. In each set, we put 2 circles and we make 1 set. Now let us count how many set of 2's we have. Let us start with our first set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Students, we have 5 set of 2's. Now we'll solve this question of multiplication. 5 times 2. Here 5 we mean set, as we have counted before, and by 2 we mean how many objects are there in each set. For 5 times 2, dear students, all you have to do is count the number of circles in these sets. Starting with the first set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and your answer is 10. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed your activity and you have done the recall of multiplication by this activity. Thank you. Last assessment. Dear student, in this assessment, we have done the recall of all the topics which are covered under those 6 areas. Here's the assessment sheet in question number 1. You will fill in the missing numbers in the correct sequence. In question number 2, you will complete the given sequence. In question number 3, you will complete the number grid. In question number 4, we have backward counting. You will join the dots in the correct sequence of backward counting. In question number 5, you will complete the given sequence of backward counting. In question number 6, you will arrange the number in the correct sequence. In question number 7, color the objects that are more in number and then circle the larger number. In question number 8, color the larger number blue and smaller number red. In question number 9, write the number after of the given number. In question number 10, dear students, you will write the missing numbers of both counting twos and counting tens. In question number 11, arrange the numbers in the correct sequence of counting twos and counting tens. Similarly, in question number 12, complete the number grid of counting twos and counting tens. In question 13, match the numbers with the correct number names. In question number 14, write in words of the given numbers. Question 15, arrange the jumbled letters in the correct sequence. In question 16, make the number bonds by using these pictorial representations. In question 17, complete the missing number bonds. In question 18, make the number bond of the given number. Dear students, these questions come under the area of numbers. The next area is addition and subtraction. For addition and subtraction, question number 1, you will solve the sum by counting on as you have the pictorial representation. In question number 2, you will use the number lines to solve addition sum. In question number 3, you will relate the number bond to solve addition sum. For subtraction, you will solve the sum by counting backward. Again, you have the pictorial representation. And in second question, you will solve the subtraction sum by using number lines. Data handling. For data handling, the question number 1, you will complete the given pattern. For this, you will identify the shapes and you will color them according to the given pattern. In question number 2, you will identify the shapes and complete the given pattern by drawing the shapes and color them accordingly. In question number 3, you will identify the shapes and you will sort them. In question number 4, dear students, you will tell the time and match. In question number 5, you will tell the time and then you will write the time in the given boxes. In question number 6, you will write the digits in the clock to show the time. In question number 7, you will color the object that is taller in this box and in the next box that is longer. In question number 8, you will measure the object by using these blocks. In question number 9, you will draw a taller object of the given picture. In question number 10, you will identify the weight and you will tick the object that is heavier in one box and the lighter in the other box. In question number 11, you will arrange the objects in the correct order from lighter to heavier by writing the numbers 1 to 3 under each picture. In question number 12, you will cut the objects given below and paste in the respective boxes. In question number 13, you will compare the capacity of the given objects and fill the blanks by writing more than or less than. In question number 14, you will cut the objects given below and you will make a graph. After that, you will record the result. In question number 15, you will tick the container which holds more capacity. In question number 16, you will compare how many glasses are more than the spoon and you will write the correct number in the blank. Thank you. The last areas are fraction and multiplication. For fraction, you will color the fraction half, quarter, and 1/3 in the given shapes. In question number 2, you will look at the shapes and you will write the correct fraction in the given boxes. In question number 3, you will draw a shape and cut into fraction quarter. For multiplication, question number 1, you will solve multiplication sums by counting set of 2's. In question number 3, how many set of 2's are there? You will count and write in the given box. In question number 3, you will solve the sum of multiplication. 8 times 2's equal to, you will write the answer in the box. Thank you.